Okay, second hole, par 3, approximately about 195. Beautiful, beautiful hole here. Now, the most notable thing on this hole is that it's distinctly downhill. Now, I don't know about you, I'd be curious to, you could put this in the comments here, but I've always found downhill shots a little bit more difficult even than uphill shots. I don't know why, if it's just a visual thing or what it is, but distance control can be very difficult. So something you got to factor in anytime you're faced with a shot, specifically this shot right here, is it uphill or is it downhill? Because that's going to drastically dictate the club that you select. Now, once again, much like the pitching, I brought 3 clubs with me. I brought my 5, I brought my 6, I brought my 7, because once I get up here on the tee, I mean, I don't know what the wind's doing. I don't know where the pin is at. So don't just look at the yardage on the scorecard, grab a club and walk up to the tee box. Look at the yardage, say, okay, get an estimate of what normally that club would be. So for me, this typically is gonna be like a 6 iron, but I'm gonna grab my 5 and my 7 just to, when I get up here, based on the wind and things like that. So here we go. I'm gonna go ahead and tee up once again a little bit on the left side of the tee box, just because I've played here before and there's a little bit more room to the right than there is to the left. Okay. Now, I think one of the things that's important on these downhill shots is that you got to pick out a specific target. We always want a target in mind, all right? So I'm going to go with the 6 iron, okay? And I've got 3 big trees in the background, and all I'm trying to do on this shot, because this is a challenging shot for me, these downhill ones, I'm just trying to get the ball in the middle of the green, make a 2-putt and get to the next hole. I'm 1 under par. I don't want to do anything fancy. So here we go. I'm going to take it at that 3rd pine tree because it's more in the middle of the green because the pin's situated on the left. Let's go ahead and see if we can execute. Okay, not bad. I pushed it a little bit. All right. Okay, I saw a bounce. I think it's on the front side of the green. I'm gonna take that shot. Listen, it's 195 yards. It's downhill. If I can make a 3 on this hole and get out of here, I'm gonna take that. So good solid target, grab a couple clubs, always be evaluating uphill, downhill, or level, because those are all factors that are gonna come into play when you grab the club that you select. All right, so as I'm getting up here, I'm liking this shot even more and more. I feel really good about the target I picked, because as you can see here, the pin was definitely on the left side of the green. So I picked a target that was more in line with these pine trees. Kind of, this was my initial target line right in here, right? And I pushed it a little bit, but at least I'm on the green. Okay, a big green, nice and wide, but you got to make sure you pick out a good target. The other thing that's important is we call it PhD. All right, this would be a good one to jot down and write down. PhD, pin high degree. I learned that from a fellow golf pro in Minnesota. He shared that with me one time. We were out watching our kids play golf. And he said, I'm trying to get my kid to get a PhD. And I'm thinking to myself, what is he talking about? I mean, his kid's smart, but he ain't no PhD kid, right? But he was a hell of a player. And he said, I'm trying, Todd, to help him understand the importance of pin high degree, meaning getting your golf ball to pin high. This is one of the most important things when it comes to course strategy, is when you can control your distance, like I did here. I'm pin high, and I pushed it quite a bit, but I'm still on the green. So that would be a good little lesson to go ahead and take from this particular hole right here. So, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and obviously mark it again, and I'm gonna do my same stuff. I'm gonna take a big broad look, first of all, and get a feel for where is the general slope going? Where am I moving here? So obviously, gonna work a little right to left off the high side there, and then it's gonna definitely start running away from me. And I can see the last, I'd say 15 feet or so here can be really quick. Now, let me give you one other tip on a long putt like this. This is gonna take a little bit, so Nick, give me a thumbs up here. There's my man, there's the thumb, right? It's gonna take, bear with me, this is worth it. So if you're in doubt, like, hey, what is this putt gonna do? Okay, this sounds kind of goofy, but just do this. Just start on the side of where you marked your golf ball and just look ahead and just naturally just walk. Okay, I'm just walking. I'm not trying to walk right. I'm not trying to walk left. I'm just walking, right? And all I'm doing here is I'm just letting gravity just kind of take my walk. And you'll notice I finished definitely to the left of the pin, right? Probably about 6 feet. So I'm gonna guess that if I start the ball about 6 feet to the right, because my walk took me to the left, I'm gonna be pretty close. So that's a nice little golden nugget there. If you're just truly lost on like, hey, where's this putt gonna go? Walk it off, keep your eyes looking ahead and just walk with the slope And you'll be amazed at how your body can help you with that. So here we go. Let's go ahead and line this thing up. Same routine I had on the last one. Now I would be tickled pink if I could get this down in 2. I probably got 50 feet here. So anything down in 2 I'm going to take. So I'm going to aim it about 50 feet to the right, and we're just going to kind of see what happens here. Okay, I think my line was actually pretty good on that. Definitely lacked on the speed. I thought it was gonna run away from me a little bit more, but that's okay. Let's go. We got a little tester now here. We got a little 6-footer. I always like to take the flag out when I putt. Everybody's different. You know, everybody's different. So on these shorter putts, this is the first one I've had here today. It's about 7 to 8 feet. I'm definitely gonna dial more in on the line right here, because this is the key. On these short putts, focus on the line. Longer putts are more about distance. Okay. All right, I got this thing just inside right edge. Looks to me like it's going to kind of hold its head a little bit. So here we go. Once again, my same routine, short putt, long putt, whatever it is. Okay, you can see it slid a little bit to the right there at the end. Misread it, not a big deal. I made a 4 on this particular hole. Okay, but I navigated it correctly. I picked a good target. Where I really went off there when I evaluate this hole, my second putt. My distance wasn't very good. So if I'm gonna go practice, I'm going back to the putting green and I'm gonna work on my distance control. Let's head over to hole 12.